Bay. We're 6 days away from the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55 right here on Q2. It's the first time a city will host the big game with their home team on the field. Reporter Maya Rodriguez looks at if hosting big sporting events like this pays off for the host city.
In just days, the eyes of the football world will focus on Tampa, Florida.
Hey, let's go!
Site of Super Bowl 55. Preparations here, years in the making, along with a $160 million renovation to Raymond James Stadium, including $10 million of federal money for COVID-19 related upgrades. But do major investments by host cities pay off?
Generally, the return on an investment that's required by a destination is significant.
Jeremy Jordan is Associate Dean of the School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospitality Management at Temple University. He says studies on the economic impact of games can be subjective and aren't always reliable.
You could have 2 or 3 groups studying the same event and come up with very different results.
With that said, the return on investment depends on the sporting event. For example, the Olympics require a lot more infrastructure, billions of dollars worth, for building facilities that may not get used again after the games are done. The Super Bowl, though, is different. Take Tampa Stadium.
So obviously the Buccaneers play there. University of South Florida uses it for their football game. If you look at it from a sustainability perspective, it probably is worth the investment.
Though this year's Super Bowl won't have quite the impact it might have had because of the pandemic. And Jeremy Jordan says future hosts of national sporting events should take note.
It will be interesting how long it takes for people to feel comfortable to go sit in a stadium of 70,000 people and attend a sporting event. It doesn't mean they're not going to consume it, but the patterns of consumption may be different.
But there is one major positive to cities that host these events.
To say that you hosted the Super Bowl, or obviously that you hosted something like the Olympics, it creates the perception that this is a first-class destination.
A kind of branding, it turns out, that money can buy. I'm Maya Rodriguez.